This fight could easily be called Big and Bigger. Big Daddy Gary Goodridge weighing somewhere in the vicinity of 260 pounds. He's from Ontario, Barrie, Canada. 6'3". He's going to be facing Tom Erickson from the USA, who weighs a solid 280 pounds. Eriksson is undefeated in mixed martial arts. The closest thing to a defeat was a draw against Murilo Bustamante, and that happened in 1996, Murilo Bustamante being one of the Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu disciples. Well, we've seen two other big men on this card in Mark Coleman versus Ricardo Morais. Coleman, the wrestler, got the win in that one. Does Gary Goodridge have a chance at knocking out Tom Erickson, boss?
Yes, he does, for sure. He throws a bomb if Tom Erickson is not going to take him down right away. Gary's here to fight again, both of them. Whoa!
See, this is so much different than the Coleman-Morais fight. Erickson coming out with that right over, again and again. What a shootout here. Erickson going for the side choke. It's the
headlock. He's going to put an arm lock in. If he can put it under his arm, under his knee, the back of his knee of his left knee, he might have it.
That was more action in the first 30 seconds of this fight than we saw in the entire Coleman-Morais fight. Gary should have grabbed his legs, hands together, and switched him to the right. Oh, this is dangerous, man. A guy like that on top. He's hitting the canvas, actually. He doesn't hit Gary. He doesn't really hit him. Gary should get out there. But Tom Erickson is staying busy. It was the early part of this fight where Erickson kept throwing the right hand and the right uppercut over and over. He seems primarily a right-handed puncher so far. Gary's got the guard now.
Erickson's using the crossface, pushing him away.
He's grinding that forearm down on Gary's neck from the side.
Whoa! That's a hole there.
Yeah, I put a hole right in the canvas.
Maybe full in.
We've seen earthquakes, but Tom Erickson hitting the canvas, I felt that one.
4.1. Yeah, you felt the table was here, but my drink almost fell down. He's going to sweep him. I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to sweep 280-pound Tom Erickson. Gary slapping away. But it was Gary who came out with the low kick and initiated the punching exchange, but Erickson got the best of him at the early part of the round, and that's a rare thing to see. Gary usually gets the best of people standing up.
Yeah. I think
Come on, hit me.
He should.
Hit me, baby. Can't hurt us, Gary. Please hit me.
Gary is saying, please hit me.
Come on. Come on, Gary. How about a kiss?
How about a kiss?
Gary outwardly taunting Tom Erickson. Most people would have thought to get
you want to hit me?
Right. To get Tom Erickson wound up, I mean, why would he want to make Tom Erickson hit him more?
Yeah, I can't see it, but maybe it's psychological warfare right there.
You think he's going to try and get Tom Erickson rattled, Tom Erickson out of his game, thus Tom Erickson will get tired?
I think that, yes, maybe he does. Yeah. And I think Gary should just try to go for an armbar.
You hit harder than that?
Oh, can you not hit harder than that? That's not a nice thing to say.
There's one thing.
Whoa.
One thing I've always liked about. He's going for a knee bar there. One thing I've always liked about Gary Goodridge. Gary Goodridge knows about the show aspect.
of mixed martial arts. He's one of the best interviews, one of the best pre-fight interviews. He will talk some trash sometimes.
Yeah, that's what people want to see. It's cool. It's cool. He's doing good.
But here he is in the ring with an undefeated giant in Tom Erickson, saying you can hit harder than that and taunting him outwardly.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a real smart thing to do with Tom Erickson. Because if by any chance Tom Erickson is going to get side control, that's going to be danger, danger, danger.
Yeah, this game plan will self-destruct.
You see, this will be perfect for the armbar. You see this?
That's it, Daddy. Yes, 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 yes.
Still, if his neck cranks, skip the hips out.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, Daddy. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. This is these. Oh!
It looks like Gary is having the time of his life here.
Yeah.
Can't hurt you, Daddy. In the center.
Yeah, he should go for armbar. Look at this. Hammer. It's like you do to the look at the head of a Rottweiler. Good boy, good boy. He should start throwing his bombs. Gary got such strong bombs, even from this position. I want to see those.
But really, have you ever seen Gary Goodridge in the ring with someone bigger than him?
Never.
And Erickson outweighs him by a good 30 pounds, easily.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Stand right up. Gary, set himself up.
Stay his head. Don't reach for his head. Put your hands on his bicep.
But still, striking power, Gary has more than Tom Erickson. More straight punch, better technique.
Well, yeah, because he's trained in boxing. Erickson came up in wrestling, you know, being from the Real American Wrestling training team. But he does try to throw strikes. That's the thing.
He's patting him the back now. What is he doing? I think he's setting him up for something.
Do you think it's possible that Gary, as crazy as this may sound, is not taking this fight? That side choke from the bottom is not going to work. It's not going to work. Erickson's too strong. He's got gravity on his side. Do you think that Gary possibly is not taking Erickson seriously?
No, I think it's very difficult. He knows that it's very difficult for him to win this fight because Eriksson's undefeated. And
no one wants to fight Erickson. I know it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fight.
So that's why he's just showing Erickson, no, this is dangerous. If you can get the side, that's dangerous. This is also dangerous, half guard. Because now he can create some power.
Well, one thing that no one could ever say about Gary Big Daddy Goodridge is that he ducked a tough fight. Here he is in with a man that every fighter in the heavyweight division has avoided.
Look at the Kimura. Oh, no.
But he gave it up.
Okay.
But every fighter in the heavyweight division has avoided Tom Erickson. But Gary Goodridge, on the other hand, has never avoided anyone. He fought Don Fry twice. He fought Mark Coleman. He fought Oleg Taktarov, Marco Huas, Igor Vovchanchyn, Naoya Ogawa. It's like the who's who of the top heavyweights in mixed martial arts. You got to say, Gary gets a lot of credit for that. Win or lose, he comes out there in a rage. The audience here in Japan love him.
Oh, yeah.
His entrance is something to behold.
Yep. No, he's there to fight. Uh-oh. This can become dangerous.
The thing is, a lot of fighters, if they were to fight Tom Erickson, they would fight just to survive. But I think Gary is fighting to win, but Erickson is only giving him the choice to fight to survive because of the way he's dominating him right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's just dominating strength-wise, position-wise. He's throwing more strikes at this moment, even though Gary, as you said, is probably the more accomplished striker. It doesn't matter if he doesn't throw strikes back or if he's not in a position to throw strikes.
Yeah, that's true. Gary here to get out of this. Yeah, he cannot make it, but otherwise he just should bridge. See, Tom should train on strikes from the top, because obviously
That's where he's going to end up in almost any fight. I can't imagine a fight, even if he fought Ricardo Morais. Coleman ended up on the top of Morais.
Yeah.
And Coleman is lighter than Tom Erickson by at least 40 pounds.
That's a better shot. That was a good shot. That was nice. That was nice. But that's a number I've never seen before in my life. Yeah, he started to strike harder.
Well, Gary stopped talking to him, so maybe Gary is planning something.
Yeah, or he needs the air.
Okay, Gary jumps up like no problem and struts back to his corner. A very defiant Gary Goodridge. To me, Gary Goodridge is all about entertainment.
He is the man.
Look, Gary's walking around the ring right now.
Yeah, just to show Tom Erickson. Everything is to psych him out. Talking to him, laughing to him, and now he's walking around saying, I'm not tired. You're going to get him, man, next round. That's it. Tom Erickson may think, ooh, what did I start?
Well, you know, they said when Muhammad Ali faced Sonny Liston, okay, here we go in the replay. They came out in a rage, folks, and they traded, but it was Erickson who seemed to get the better of the exchanges, especially when he trapped with that left hand and threw that uppercut.
Yeah, it's the
that right hand
trick.
It's like a Greco-Roman thing, to where they trap and they control, but a lot of those punches didn't land cleanly, especially on the chin with that uppercut, and then Erickson got that takedown, and Gary was taunting him throughout. Here we go with that uppercut over. A lot of people would say that when Muhammad Ali fought Sonny Liston was a fearful opponent. No one wanted to fight him. He knocked everybody out. He scared people to death. But when Muhammad Ali wasn't afraid of him, it made him fold. But he was a bully mentality. Tom Erickson, even though he's big, is not a bully mentality type guy. He's just a straight-ahead athletic sportsman grinding away here on Gary Goodridge. Gary Goodridge was just taking punch after punch in this fight. But the thing is Gary is trying to get under his skin, trying to get him to be afraid. It's not working.
No, it's not working right now. But maybe after this, when he stood up, look, he's getting tired. We saw it by the way he was punching Gary at the end of the round. They were falling on him. Not real power anymore. Gary jumped up, walked away. I got enough power.
Okay, but Gary
can be in
like,
your head.
I think Gary is going to throw some punches at the beginning of this fight. Gary starting with a low kick every round. Gary with that right hand grazing. Oh, they almost went out of the ring. Gary pulling guard.
He didn't like that kick, Gary. He didn't like that kick. He's just as tired as you, Gary. Give it to him. He didn't like that
I think that they're probably going to stay in this position for a while unless they restart him standing. And that is entirely up to these gentlemen on the ground. If they get busy and start slapping or punching, Gary's just slapping. Why he would do this? He would seem like he would want to lock him up and wait for a restart.
It's something that has no effect whatsoever, so there's no reason to do this.
Well, his corner is saying use your tools. If I were his cornerman, I would say lock him up, wait for a restart, throw the right hand.
That's it. He comes in to grab you, pow!
Or throw the low kick, because they said that he didn't like the low kick, and Gary landed that low kick. It wasn't even blocked.
Yeah, it was a good low kick, by the way. Yeah. See, I did this. He should go for armbar, I'm telling you. Just try it. Because he is so big, probably never anybody tried an armbar on Erickson.
And Murillo Bustamante did, actually, when they fought.
Oh, yeah?
And he narrowly escaped.
Okay.
But Murillo was working from the bottom, from the guard, punching upward, and he tried a couple of different moves. But Erickson, because of his training with Rico Ciapparelli, was able to escape.
Okay, because Bustamante is somebody special too, man. This guy.
Yes, he is.
Pull that wrist back and come with your right. Pull the wrist back and come with your right.
Use your legs, Gary.
Use your legs. Just
Push them back. You know what we did.
Out,
You know what to do.
Knees and feet, Gary. Knees and feet. Knees and feet, Gary.
Erickson has gone into a cocoon in this fight as far as his striking is concerned.
You know what to do.
You know, you mentioned that he looked tired at the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
He should hit him out to the side, full power. That's it.
Good
That's
shot.
it. That's it. That's it.
Gary Goodridge digging that right hand to the ear of Big Tom Erickson.
Oh, no. He should have kept hitting him. Wow.
Because you don't want to have Erickson mounted on top of you. Chances are good he wouldn't get him off.
Relax, Big Daddy.
Relax, Daddy. Relax.
Bide your time, Gary. You're doing fine.
You're doing great, Daddy. You're doing great.
In the ribs, in the ribs. There you go, in the ribs. Remember the ribs.
Your knee up. Your knee up now. Bring your ankle to his butt. Your right ankle.
Touch right, Gary.
Your right ankle.
The ribs, Gary. The ribs.
Right
There.
ankle.
The ribs.
Your right ankle on his butt.
Come on,
Right
Gary.
ankle. Put your knee
Keep in the
up.
guard, Gary. Keep in the guard. Keep in the
You know
guard.
what to do.
In the guard. Keep in the guard, Gary. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Nothing, Gary. Keep in the guard. Keep in the guard.
There's not a lot happening here.
6 minutes
Got
left.
nothing
6
left,
minutes
Gary.
left.
He's got nothing. He's got nothing. In the guard. Keep in the guard. Just a hug.
Now, this is the time that we have to
Thank you, Gary.
to the ref. Okay, that was on action already. Let him get up. Put him up, ref. Put him up.
I think you're right, boss. I think it's time for a restart.
Keep in the guard, Gary. Keep in the guard.
Whether we're going to get it or not, we don't know.
Okay, I shall call me. Yo, ref!
Maybe the referee is thinking, well, these guys are pretty big. I don't think I want to tell them to stand up.
No, but we make sure. I will tell them that you said it. It was you screaming.
Okay, boss. That sounds
Come
good.
on, Gary.
Hey, ref, put him up!
Breathe.
He looked at you. The ref looked at you.
He hears me,
Looked over, but
but
now he's looking at me. When? No, you don't understand. No, it was him, the old guy.
hey, watch the fight, okay?
He's in the guard. He's in the guard, Gary. He's in the guard. You okay, Gary? You're doing
Fine,
fine,
Gary.
Gary.
You're
You're
doing
fine.
fine, Gary.
You're fine, Gary.
Can't hurt you, Gary.
That's the jaw push. Cross knife. Uh-oh.
Don't want to give that arm up like that because Erickson could do a side choke, and that is in his repertoire.
And that is combined with a lot of power. Oh, no, he's putting it back. Why would he do that?
Come on, Gary.
You're fine, Gary. You're fine, Gary.
Oh, Erickson should jump out to the other side.
Punch to those ribs, Gary.
Well, at this rate, it's going to be a no-brainer. It would be an Erickson fight.
Yeah. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes passed. 5 minutes to go.
Minutes left. 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a wise decision, ref. Come on.
5 minutes.
You're okay. You're okay. Breathe, Gary. Breathe.
Over top of that. Over top of that.
Nothing happens.
Can't do anything, Gary.
Can't
I'm
hurt
inside.
you, Gary.
I'm inside. See, you go inside, Gary. Can't do anything.
No, nothing happens.
That's it, Gary. That's the way, Gary. Keep in and out. In and out. That's it, Gary. Keep time up. Time up. That's it, Gary. Inside. That's it. There you go. You're doing great. You're doing great.
You're doing it, Gary. Keep going.
Keep doing it.
You got nothing. Stand him up. Stand nothing. Stand him up.
Over top.
Gary Goodridge is getting 2 different sets of instructions yelled at him, but it really hasn't had any effect on his fighting at all.
Stand him up. Stand him up. Stand him up.
Although,
In the guard. He's in the guard.
got the full guard now.
You distance him, Gary. You distance him. Use the knees. Distance the knees.
Gary should try to put his feet on the hips of Tom Erickson and push him away.
Stand him up.
Try.
Stand him up.
I'm not going to say it's going to work,
Stand him up.
but like this, nothing is going to work. No, don't move. Get him up.
I think that is one way to deal with it. I think another way would be lock the guard, do a double overhook, lock the arms, and just wait for the referee to stand him back up. Even if he took a yellow card, he's behind anyway. He needs a knockout to win this fight, or at least to really punish Erickson. And he's not going to get on top of Erickson and ground and pound him. That's not going to happen. I think he should lock up his arm and maybe take a yellow card, but stand back up and try and knock him
Pull
out.
down deep.
Yeah, that would be the best thing.
Inside. You got it.
Gary, get deep.
Gary, that's the way inside. inside.
Let him stop, Gary. Let him stop.
Those punches they should forbid.
Stand him up. Stand him up. Come on, he's not doing nothing.
The hammer fist.
Yeah, from 2-inch distance. So this is it.
But those are big shots
But
by
that's it.
Eriksson.
That's the way to punch. That's the way to go. Now he's working. He's trying something.
Got your knees when he comes up, Gary. Got your knee when he comes up again. He's getting set for it. You got the tools, Gary. You got the tools. Get your knees. He comes up for it.
I think he got a
Comes up. He's got nothing. Gary.
Go ahead, say it.
Louisville slugger hit him. He got the tools. Like in the back of his trunk.
Stand him up.
Last
Oh,
2 minutes,
he's
Gary.
going for the
Last
second.
2 minutes.
Gary, when he comes up, use your knees, Gary. Get your knees in when he stands up.
2 minutes, stop, come on. Last 2 minutes.
Okay, if Eriksson
Stand him up.
wins the fight,
Last 2 minutes.
what does that prove? And then what does that mean? And does it mean that people are going to want to see him fight again? Or does it mean that other fighters are going to say, okay, great, I want to fight Eriksson?
Just sucking, Big Daddy. You keep going,
No,
Gary.
no, nobody wants to fight Eriksson because it's like this. You cannot really fight. He's real good at control, and he's going to be on top. And but it's this what he should do. This is what you should do. Pass the guard, hit. But it has been a long time, I think, since his last fight. No, it's like was it 1.5 years ago. Yeah, so that's a pretty long time.
Last minute and a half, Gary.
You can do it, Daddy. You can do it. You got
Pull
it.
down deep. Get down deep.
I think it's a situation where Eriksson is coming in only as a sportsman, whereas a guy like Gary Goodridge is a showman. Whether Gary Goodridge wins or loses, people want to know about him. They want to hear his interviews. They want to see him get in and carry on and taunt the other fighter.
Less than a minute.
Whereas Eriksson is probably a pretty mellow guy, family man, and he may win the fight in this manner, but there's nothing outrageous about him in a show sense that would make him promotable over here in Japan. What do you think?
I think you're exactly right, Stephen. I think he has to, but maybe also probably due of his, the ring that he's been out of the ring. Maybe because all his fights, all the former fights. Let me see. He has one draw, and the rest it's all TKO, submission, TKO, KO, TKO. You see?
Okay, that's the end of this marathon of laying.
Yeah.
And Eriksson did a lot from the top, though. He was constantly busy, and near the end, at the beginning of this round, he didn't do much, but that whole first round, he was pounding away on Gary Goodridge, and he really, really gave it a great effort. I think if Eriksson wishes to continue in the sport of mixed martial arts, though, he's got to diversify his attack, and there's got to be some sort of a catch, a hook to Eriksson. Because, I mean, obviously because of the size thing, it's impressive. Tom Eriksson does get the win, and he was exciting in that first round. But then after he couldn't take Gary Goodridge out, it got a little slow. But a great guy, a classy guy, Tom Eriksson gets the win, and he gets congratulations from Gary Goodridge's corner.
Yeah, and who's next? Who's next for Tom Eriksson? That's going to be my big question here at the Pride.
It would have to be Ricardo Morais.
Yeah, I think so too. That would be.
That's two big giant guys, both 280, 300 pounds. The wrestler against the jiu-jitsu guy. But how exciting would that fight be?
Yeah, we don't know. Ricardo got. Yeah, I know they got about equal punching skills, but Ricardo may stop a little bit his takedown. Maybe not in the beginning, but later on. He didn't show any signs. He did show signs of fatigue against Coleman.
青コーナー178センチ81キロRenzo
Renzo Gracie is still undefeated in mixed martial arts, coming off a win against Sanai Kakuta via choke. And that was actually in Pride Fighting Championships #2, so he hasn't been here in a while. But Alexander Otska coming off a huge win over Marco Huas. There seems to be a bit of a rivalry brewing between the Japanese pro wrestlers who turn to mixed martial arts and the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu fighters.
Yeah, it looks like that. Can Alexander Otska do what he to Renzo what he did to Marco Huas? I have to say, in the fight against Marco Huas was not well. He was taking medicines which he shouldn't have taken for inflammation, but still, it was a very good performance by Otsuka.
Yeah, I think Otsuka really hustled in that fight, and they come out trading kicks. Looked like they may have clashed shins there in the middle. Renzo with a good left right there. I think we're going to see Renzo Gracie kickbox a little bit here. And he's throwing those punches and kicks with a lot of bad intentions. Otsuka going for a double leg takedown. Renzo trying for the sweep. I never could quite. I think that this is a lot of action so far. Otsuka really pushing the action here. I've always wondered, what does Diet Butcher mean? Is that his nickname?
I really don't know.
And if it's his nickname, how does that mean? Because I would think that Diet Butcher, the guy would maybe be overweight or something.
Yeah, God knows, man. Maybe it's his sponsor. I don't know. Maybe it's his professional wrestling ring name.
Or maybe it's just like a bizarre occurrence that has no meaning.
Yeah, pride or pluck. Like that.
Otsuka has done a lot of the work. After Renzo came out with the punches and kicks, he got the takedown. And he's really got to try and pass the guard to Renzo Gracie, because Renzo's sneaking those knees up real high. I think Otsuka's got to know that means a submission is going to get attempted very soon.
Nice. Otsuka should stand up. That's the best way for him to go now, I think. Just stand up. He's got great stamina, as we saw in the fight against Marco. You know, I was thinking about it, why the pro wrestlers are doing so good in the real fighting. And I think it is because they are used to performing in front of an audience. They're doing a lot of acrobatic things. It costs a lot of energy, the things that they do. And I think it makes them more relaxed. It makes them... They do maybe a pro wrestling show every week or every 2 weeks, you know. It makes them very comfortable inside the ring and relaxed. And I think once you're relaxed, I know once you're relaxed, you fight at your best. That must be why they do so good. Matsui, Takada's doing better and better. Of course, Sakuraba, which is doing phenomenal. We got here Otsuka.
I understand your point, and I agree. And I think that another element is that in pro wrestling, most pro wrestlers that turn into mixed martial arts or vice versa say that pro wrestling has a higher rate of injury than mixed martial art does. It's more dangerous.
Oh, I believe so. Yep, I really believe so.
I mean, it's true that the fights are, predetermined, but nonetheless, there's a lot of damage. You're getting hit with chairs, with baseball bats, getting knocked out of the ring, landing on your head, getting all kinds of things dropped on your head, getting pile driven into the canvas.
Yeah, and you have to understand also. Yes, they're in this easy position, so we can't talk about it. If they would tell me, if I would be in a pro wrestling match and they would tell me, okay, you're going to lose at the end of the fight, I'm going to make sure that between the start of the fight and the end of the fight, the audience is going to see who I am. So I'm going to throw away all my energy. And I'm going to do the best I can. And I think it makes you tired. It's a good training, maybe. Look at this. He's trying to smother him with the front jaw, which is...
And it looks like Atsuka has lost that sort of headband he was wearing, and there seems to be some taping of possibly a cut he might have gotten in training. Let's hope that wasn't from, his adolescence coming back.
Oh, look at this. He passed an arm.
He's going up for that triangle choke. And Atsuka slamming him down. Henzo trying. Oh, good up kick by Henzo Gracie.
Nice. Whoa. Beautiful action. Uh-oh, he's bleeding. His nose is bleeding. He hit him.
That heel kick that came straight up did damage. He knocked out Oleg Taktarov with that same kick.
Yep.
Henzo really has got that kick down to a science.
So let put some blood in your ear. Uh-oh. The thing of his head is off. And I don't know if it was a cut or nothing. In the beginning, I thought that he went for some extra cash at the 7-Eleven, and he forgot to put it off.
The Diet Butcher on top. Cross-facing there with his right arm over Henzo Gracie.
And we know now that he knows his submissions because he was escaping already. A beautiful... Yeah. Okay. Beautiful armbar triangle attempt. Otsuka is actually doing real good with the side of his hand. That's the bone. And it hurts way more than with the soft part of the glove there. Also, you can create more distance. I always talk about distance. Everybody knows now, but it's the most important thing in a strike.
Well, it's been Atsuka with the strikes. Atsuka on top. Oh, it looks like a little discussion there of good sportsmanship, actually, between the two fighters. There's one thing that Henzo Gracie really gets a lot of respect around the world because he takes a lot of fights. He fought Eugenio Taddeo, Oleg Taktarov.
Passed it again.
Yeah, there it is.
Can he do it now? Can he do it now? He should bring the arm over. Otsuka's left arm over to the other side right away. He should ask. He should do it now. Keep pulling the head with the left. Yes, pull the foot in.
He's using the ropes, though.
He can have it, maybe.
I don't think so, because the leg has got to be over, and Atsuka moving out of the Heller's way, and there's that kick again.
Beautiful. And he's fighting. He's coming.
I expect Henzo's going to throw that right hand. Oh, right low kick by Henzo Gracie. And look at that shot and that sprawl.
Beautiful. It looks like Otsuka has an injury on that leg because he got hit twice there with a kick, and he showed some pain or some effect. You see, there you go again. So there's something going on with that leg. So that's like the target right now.
It looks like that leg might be bleeding under that gauze too.
No, he doesn't have the choke. Wow.
A lot of action there.
That was a nice sequence. sequence. 1 minute. Good fight.
Well, it's been Renzo Gracie's round so far. Had the attempts, had that good up kick right to the face. Oh, look at that sweep by Renzo Gracie. Renzo could be explosive from the bottom.
Yeah,
there's Rickson Gracie looking on, cornering his cousin, Renzo Gracie.
Temp. Heading armbar. Armbar.
Okay, Renzo's got the end of the round.
Good.
But Alexander Otska very much made that into an exciting fight. He just didn't lay there. He was trying with the strikes. And when Renzo would go for the submissions, he fought his heart out to get out of the submissions.
And he did a very good game. He's very well trained. I mean, his stamina is good. Which looks, yeah, they're both tired. There was a lot of energy they were throwing away there in round number 1, especially at the end, in the beginning and at the end. But yeah, all the defenses he's doing is exactly like you said. He's doing it real well, and this is a dangerous fighter who wants to come, very hungry. Just beat Marco Ruas. Let's see if I can get number 2 Brazilian guy that I can beat in front of your hometown, home crowd. What is it?
There's the low kick.
5,000 people.
Nice fake jab there, followed by that low kick.
And you see he's hurt.
Renzo coming in short with those punches. Otska wanting to take it to the ground. And there's that knee that's taped up by Alexander Otska. But he doesn't seem to be favoring that knee anymore. If he was after a couple kicks, he's not now. Because otherwise they'd be icing it.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't want to show it to the corner of Renzo Gracie. Could be a little trick.
Second down.
And here we go with round number 2, Alexander Otska versus Renzo Gracie.
Round 2.
I think we're going to see action in this second round, boss.
For sure, action for sure, like round number 1. Especially, they're going to do everything in the power to get the takedown, and that always gives a lot of action. Especially if the other one can sprawl good, has a good defense. Well,
that was a nice duck under takedown by Alexander Otska. Renzo was caught throwing punches, and Otska got the takedown. Renzo got the double overhooks, or actually single overhook there. It's strange how Alexander Otska throws that left hand. It's almost like he's throwing a ridge hand.
Yeah, they call it kansetsugiri. It's the inside here. It's very hard. I demonstrated one time, and a reporter here in Japan asked me if it hurt. And I, for fun, gave him one on his leg. I think he couldn't walk anymore. But it was a friend of mine, so that was okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, if you do that to your friends, then what do you do to your enemies?
No, nothing. I'm not a street fighter.
How is Otska going to win this fight?
Not like this.
No, he's got to
get up.
And standing, Renzo was the better fighter.
Yeah. So he's not.
I really don't think he's got a shot at winning this fight. Not at this point, after what we've seen. We saw him against Marco Ruas, but as you alluded to, Marco had some physical problems and was taking the anti-inflammatories. Wow, Atsuka is bleeding quite a bit. Renzo setting up his next move there. That left leg is the one he likes to bring up next to the neck.
There we go again. Push the hips away. Maybe he's going to kick him to the head again. And that's exactly the same punch that he used to make that nosebleed.
I really like how this sport is progressing. We've gone from unlimited time limits, no judges. Now we have time limits. We have overtime. We have judges. We have fighters that are better prepared to attack in a variety of different ways. The fights are definitely getting more exciting. And you've got guys coming from different disciplines, pro wrestling, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, regular wrestling. It's really becoming any man's game.
Now, what is he doing? Is the strangest neck crank thing that I've ever seen. It's a choke neck crank. Yeah, you can do it from the side position, Dad.
But you need to have knee on chest. You can't really do it from the guard.
Yeah, that's why.
You need to have side control to do that.
Side control, sure. I saw somebody tapping it in Bankers, actually. I only tap people in training with it. I didn't. Oh!
He's got it! His knees to bring the knees together. Atsuka gets out of an armbar.
Wow!
It looked like to be good as gold there, but Atsuka got out. Renzo in the side mount, but I don't know that he wants to be in this position.
Figure four right away now. Right away, hammerlock, right away. You should have done it already.
And the crowd getting behind Alexander Atsuka, hoping that he'll rally the same way he did against Marco Ruas. But he almost got taken out by that armbar. And it was his own movement that created the opening.
Okay, we got two things now. We got a straight armbar here on the left arm of Atsuka, and he can maybe work something on the other arm. As long as if Renzo's hips stay low and he step the right leg over, he can go for the straight armbar. I would like push the left arm, the right arm, that hand, push it on the floor, so let him think that you're going to go for a hammerlock, and then take the straight armbar here on the right arm. It's a nice setup. Not saying that it's going to work, but it's at least a try, worth a try.
I don't think a key lock is what Renzo's going to try. Oh, now Atsuka just pulled Renzo into the mount. Now we get to see Renzo's top game. We've seen Renzo work from the bottom.
Oh, I thought he was going for it. Straight armbar, side position. This is very smart. He's back in the position. More, yes.
Finally, a knee to the body by Renzo Gracie.
That's the first strike on the ground, I think. Knee strike.
Renzo getting the mount again. I don't think that Renzo is worried in this fight about the possibility of losing because Atsuka hasn't really tried anything that would put Renzo in danger. It's been Renzo initiating all the attacks.
Yeah, it's like Renzo was waiting. You see for that figure four here? Oh no, Atsuka is hooking his hands, but still, if he let his hands go, now there are more things to do. Oh, I would do that right back to him. Oh, you need me? Okay, there you go. Whoa, that's a good one. That's a little bit more in the back. That one too. Yeah, the camera you can't see, but in the ring you can see it.
It sounded like Hanzo was shouting back to his corner. Atsuka doing something.
É joelho, mostrar da nossa levada, vamos soltar mais tempo. Espera pouco aí.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
he-
Hanzo's planning, but he's planning something.
He has to. Something with an armbar, I think. I really think so. He should.
Boa, Renzo. Tá tudo certo. Respira, Maré. Falta 2 minutos, Renzo. Respira.
What should Atsuka do to reverse his position? I would say explode to the right.
Pode botar, Renzo.
He could try. He could try. And by doing it, at least he creates some distance. Whoa! Huh? Nice.
Okay, let's see some punches and kicks. There's the low kick.
Nice.
Atsuka going for the body lock. Hanzo getting his back.
Oh!
Hanzo with an over-the-shoulder suplex against the pro wrestler. Doing his own game.
Yeah, he nearly got caught there with that. With the figure 4. Yeah, not nearly, but it was a close one. But of course, it's Hanzo. He gets out. Well, yeah, that was beautiful, huh?
That was beautiful. And it was exciting. It really got the crowd revved up.
1 minute. Now listen. For sure.
The crowd is going to really get into this fight. But I think that it has been a Hanzo Gracie fight so far. Especially with that over-the-shoulder suplex. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's all the time been in control.
We've really seen Atsuka's limitations in this fight. We really have.
Yeah.
We know he's got the heart of a fighter, but he doesn't have quite the tools yet. And it may be tough because he's got the day job, pro wrestling, to learn all the skills of jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and stand-up fighting.
Yeah, he's trying to do a figure 4, but it's never ever going to work. From this position, and even if it works, he's going to jump out.
And that's it, folks. That's it. They both had a good time in that fight.
Yeah.
They really had a good time.
What a good guy, man.
That's one thing. Everybody that has met Hanzo Gracie knows that this guy is a real charmer. He loves people. He's well respected. He's truly got the heart of a champion.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ3名の判定により勝者ヘンゾ・グレイシー
And the legend of the Gracie name, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, remains undefeated in mixed martial arts competition. But now we have a true test coming up. Our next fight, Kazushi Sakuraba versus Royler Gracie. He's going to really test that legacy. But in this one, Hanzo Gracie had a lot of fun, and he was never in any danger in that fight whatsoever. And he delivered a fairly exciting fight.
Thank you.
There it is, Atsuka versus Gracie. We'll see Atsuka again. Here we go with the armbar attempt, and he had it bent all the way back, and Atsuka pulls his way out a miracle in escape. And here is another angle, slamming him down to the mat. The resiliency of Atsuka got him out of danger.
Nice movement there. Go right away to the side. Mount, beautiful.
Going to the fight to lose or to draw, he goes for win, and I believe he can win. I promise, I do my heart and my blood to do this. Mr. Sakuraba is a great fighter, but I believe with the techniques Royler has, Royler will win.
As I said, this has been brewing for a while. Sakuraba has gone through just about every Brazilian that he's faced. And it was just a matter of time before he faced one of the famed Gracie family members. Undefeated in no-holds-barred competition, the Gracies have a legacy around the world. Their style is legendary. It's about ground fighting, it's about submissions. But Sakuraba is coming out being a great submission fighter. And here he is, Royler Gracie, wanting to test himself, wanting to challenge Kazushi Sakuraba, but realistically giving away 30 to 35 pounds in weight.
That's what I just wanted to say. I mean, this is the first time that Sakuraba faces somebody who's actually lighter than him.
Yeah, because usually he fights guys that he's the small man in the fight.
But it's not a cookie, let's not say this, because Royler, we're talking about Royler Gracie, one of the best, they say the best technician of the family. Yeah, together with Rickson then, because Rickson is obviously phenomenal. But Royler is way up there. Abu Dhabi went there, wins with submissions there. Wow, here we go.
And there are other implications to this fight. We've got Sakuraba, who trains at Takada Dojo, and Nobuhiko Takada lost twice to Rickson Gracie. So Sakuraba may be wanting to make a statement here by defeating Royler Gracie. Royler shooting in for the takedown and pulling guard. Because if Sakuraba beats Royler Gracie, maybe they're going to want to match Rickson versus Sakuraba. That's the fight that they're I think they're trying to use Royler as bait.
Yeah, and we got a answer also. Supposedly, when he beats Royler, on the next row would be like Hanzo.
But Hanzo's
As
a
you go
cousin. Hanzo's a cousin.
Okay.
See, if they want to keep
And
it...
Hoyce?
Hoyce is a brother of Hoyler, a brother of Hickson. They want to keep it within the bloodline because the undefeated ones, well, Hanzo hasn't lost, and none of the Gracies have lost in mixed martial art or no-holds-barred competition. They've lost in jiu-jitsu matches. But what they really want to do is go to the Lion. They want to go to Hickson because Hickson is the champion of the family. He's the one that they all look up to. Hoyler, being supposedly the best technician, is the one who accepted this fight. And Sakuraba is truly going to test himself because he's been in the ring with some very, very formidable jiu-jitsu stylists. And Allan Goes got a draw. Vitor Belfort got a unanimous decision. And Conan Silveira, and he got the armbar victory. So there is a rivalry brewing here between Sakuraba and the country of Brazil.
Oh, yeah. This is beautiful, man. It's like Russia, America, you know, it's fun. It keeps everything fun, you know, because the Brazilian people, man, they're the coolest people, you know, outgoing. It's like it's a major thing there, you know. What would be better to see Sakuraba get beaten by a Brazilian fighter right now? You know, that would be huge.
Well, that would be great if you're Brazilian, but if you're Japanese, you better bet your bottom dollar they want Sakuraba to beat the Gracie and to slay the dragon. So this is a high-stakes affair here. Both these men are truly accepting a monumental challenge in facing one another. The Gracie's undefeated legend is on the line. Sakuraba's winning streak, which is just almost immeasurable right now in mixed martial arts. No one has beaten the quality of opponents that he has in any, that I can think of offhand. The quality of opponents.
He had the best opponents for sure.
Vernon Tiger White, Carlos Newton, Marco Silveira, Allan Goes got the draw, Vitor Belfort, Ebenezer Fontes Braga, and then the UFC veteran Anthony Macias. Sakuraba has made a niche for himself in this sport. Right now, Gracie is basically playing a jiu-jitsu match with him.
Yeah, they should. If they don't move, get up. Because this is not fighting now, right now. Now they start, open up the guard.
Well, Hoyler chopping away now. Those are some pretty good punches. But I hope he doesn't apologize to Sakuraba because the object... But make no mistake, Sakuraba does have the edge and power here.
Whoa.
And Sakuraba comes back up and Hoyler comes back up. But, you can see the size difference in the two combatants. What kind of unpredictability?
Oh, that was luck.
What kind of unpredictability will Sakuraba bring to this match? There was the knee.
I don't know. The takedown, he's not going to take Sakuraba down with this takedown. That's one thing for sure.
Sakuraba grinding on Hoyler Gracie right in front of Hoyler's corner and looking right over at Hickson.
Look at the face, the expression of Sakuraba.
Sakuraba starting to land, and Hoyler trying to land that up kick, trying desperately. But Sakuraba has been there and done that with Allan Goes, and a number of other fighters tried to emulate Goes, but Goes did it best. Now, Sakuraba trying to kick him in the face with that left roundhouse kick. And this is a game. We've got the spider versus the whatever. Hoyler in the butt scoop position, scooting forward, trying to throw that kick.
Every move that Sakuraba does when Hoyler kicks him to the stomach, the way he just moves back 2 inches and that's it. He doesn't jump back. You see, he just the amount that he needs to.
After a while, this is going to create fatigue in Hoyler's shoulders and his arms. Listen to the crowd reaction. Those are punishing kicks.
What does he want to do?
Oh, you saw Hoyler wince after that kick.
Yep.
Sakuraba jumping straight up the same way he did against Vitor Belfort and Anthony Macias. And throwing the right roundhouse kick for a chase. Oh, he kicked him right in the face, right in the face. And Hoyler saying, come on down to the ground.
No, I want to fight.
But this isn't Abu Dhabi. This is mixed martial arts. What a surprise. Sakuraba landing the tip of his foot against Hoyler's face. He goes there again. And Hoyler trying to chop forward with that front stomp kick. Hoyler standing back up.
Yeah, what else to do now?
That wasn't working. Boss, can you feel the rivalry between these two men?
Oh yeah, I can feel it.
Because they're not like we saw Sakuraba and some of the other guys out of honor, not really pounding away at each other. These guys are unloading on each other. Oh, good low kick to the inside of the leg, and it knocked Hoyler to the mat. I don't know what Gracie can do in this fight.
Nothing. He can't do anything. He can't punch him. He cannot take him down. I don't believe it. Look at the legs. Look at the right thigh.
Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty.
Yeah, this is not good for him. There's nothing he can do. It's all Sakuraba right now.
It definitely is all Sakuraba, all with the kicks. Hoyler couldn't solve the riddle from the guard. He couldn't solve the riddle standing up. And now he can't solve the riddle from the butt scoot position. Sakuraba is planning something.
And I think there is a new rule again, at least in this fight, that the referee doesn't put him up, you see, because normally the referee says up.
Oh, look at that. And Sakuraba looked at him like, are you okay? But he showed that he wasn't okay. He showed that he was in pain from that kick. Also, in this fight, it is for 2 20-minute rounds, as our fights are. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 10-minute rounds. With a total of 20 minutes. Got caught up in the action there. Oh,
I know what it was. You want 2 20-minute rounds.
Well, yeah, because a fight like this, where there's high drama.
Oh, what was that?
Look at that, coming out with a heel kick. A hook kick. Hoyler has got to be hurting right now, especially on his calf muscles. That's where Sakuraba is concentrating now. And the legs are dangling out there in the air. Hoyler, truly frustrated, motioning Sakuraba down.
Yeah, Sakuraba says, why should I go down? I'm punching right now from the top.
Oh, that hurt. He held his leg.
Oh, my God.
If he continues like this...
Hoyler has to get up.
He does.
Oh,
he really does, because Hoyler's not going to be able to get up.
Wow. Yeah, Eriksson, that's probably your next opponent.
Yeah, Sakuraba motioning Hoyler to get up.
You get up.
Well, this is battle of the wills. Right now, Sakuraba can hurt Hoyler. Hoyler can't hurt him. That's the bottom line.
He can't hurt him.
He cannot hurt him. Not in this position. No way.
Yeah. Sakuraba is hurting Hoyler a lot.
Look, I just said that. Sakuraba is hurting Hoyler, and Hoyler cannot hurt Sakuraba.
Okay, good. Yeah. It's so much noise, man. People are shouting behind my ear. I can't hear anything. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If this continues for 5 more minutes like this, he can't walk anymore.
No, Hoyler cannot hurt Sakuraba, boss.
No, absolutely not. Zero. But with anything, it didn't improve. And the longer he stays in this position, the more the legs are going to be hurt, the more difficult it's going to be.
Oh, look at that. This fight may be on the verge of being over. Sakuraba just going crazy here with the right roundhouse kick, the left roundhouse kick. Hoyler doesn't really know what to do here. He doesn't have the answer. If it were in the guard, he has the answer. But there's more to mixed martial arts these days. Well, this has turned into a bit of a mismatch. They used to say that size doesn't matter. Well, when you've got two great fighters in the ring, look at those legs. When you've got two great fighters in the ring, size absolutely matters.
What is he going to do now? He's going to jump?
I don't think so.
Why should he? Huh? He's doing
just
perfect.
Just keep doing what he's doing. He throws the axe kick. And another axe kick.
Now he starts just fooling around.
Yeah, why shouldn't he? Everything he's doing is working. Everything.
Wow, man.
This is making the fight with Belfort look easier because Hoyler is taking... You're right. Yeah, right. Like as if. Oh, you can see the pain. You can see the pain in Hoyler Gracie's face. But he won't quit. There's one thing you've got to say. Hoyler Gracie is in this fight, and he's not going to give up.
He is going to have a big problem tonight, and from that night on for the first 5 days to go to the restroom. That's one thing I can tell you. Because this is going to take its toll after the fight. Right now with the adrenaline, it is okay. But that's going to hurt him, man. That's going to hurt him.
Sakuraba absolutely just playing with Hoyler Gracie at this point. Absolutely toying with him. I wonder if Hoyler is really thinking, why did I take this fight?
Yeah, probably, God knows what he got for it. So
well, of course,
that's a Band-Aid on the wound. That's what they say in Holland.
That's a very good point. Oh, spinning back kick by Sakuraba.
And he pulled an Andy Hook on him. Wow.
That was painful to watch. Hoyler Gracie did not fold, did not quit. But nonetheless, he took such a beating with roundhouse kicks to the legs over and over and over. A multitude of kicks. I can't even count how many that was. Had to be up to like 50 at least.
Each leg.
Hoyler had Sakuraba in his guard early in the fight, and they were both quote, patient, unquote, and nothing happened, then Sakuraba decided to take it out of the standard jiu-jitsu type fight and start to throw strikes, threw a couple punches, but then stood up. And he caught Hoyler in the face while he was standing up, too. And
This
here it
one,
is.
probably.
And this nicks him right there.
Oh, my God.
It was just the tip of the toes whacking up across the side of his face. And that's got a little bit of a whip. I'm surprised they didn't scratch his face.
You know, it's a good thing that the doctors always come before the fight and they look at your nails. They let you clip your nails. Because this would have been like...
That would have tore up his face.
Oh, yes.
If it were that long toenails. But even with short toenails.
Looked like you just had been clawed by Freddy Krueger.
Right. Well, Takada has to be happy with this because after losing twice to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in the form of Rickson Gracie, he's looking for some payback. And his fighter, Kazushi Sakuraba, is dishing just that out.
He thinks, oh, no. What now? What now?
Well, I think that we're going to see some stand-up because Hoyler on the ground could do nothing against Sakuraba. Absolutely nothing except take a beating. He's got to do something standing. But what's he going to do standing? I mean, Sakuraba is really gaining some skills standing up. Oh, there's the knee.
Inside low kick.
That's right. I can see this right roundhouse kick coming. Oh, good chopping right hand, moving back to boot. Inside low kick, right leg. I think the legend of the undefeated Gracie is going to come to an end tonight.
I think so too.
I really do.
Sakuraba should throw a right high kick. That's what I think right now.
That would be
I really think
Sakuraba with a back fist. It was a back knuckle, actually.
Do the same thing, and then with a right high kick after that. The left back knuckle, bang, bang.
Yeah, you're right. He's wide open for a high kick.
Right. He probably doesn't expect it also.
But I think you should throw the low kick first, get him thinking about the low kick first. Although I don't know that Hoyler really has ever dealt with kicks coming flying at his head.
No.
Well, if Sakuraba beats Hoyler Gracie, we will truly see the passing of the guard. Pardon every punt connected to us. Oh, my gosh! There you go! It was the right high kick, and it knocked Hoyler to the canvas.
Man, we're just talking about him.
Wow! Textbook. He caught him napping there.
Now he kicks the thigh of his left leg out.
If Sakuraba wins, this is going to be a very hard pill to swallow for the Gracie family.
Yep, but times are changing, and new people are coming up, and that's it.
Oh, very brave move, but what else can he do?
Right away, the other one. Right away.
Another high kick?
Just do it. Bang. Or to the body now.
Well, pretty much everything Sakuraba does, it lands. So he could throw a low kick or a high kick or a punch.
Oh, there you go.
There it was again, but he threw it a little lower than the head, so it landed upside, maybe around the shoulder area. But Hoyler's got to be thinking, ouch, what'll I do? Help, Mr. Wizard, help.
Oh my God.
Whoa! Oh, he caught that front kick. He didn't even need to block it. We talked about ways to deal with blocking and countering the front kick. Sakuraba didn't even block that kick. He just let it drop, then low kicked it. Hickson looks a little bit concerned at the pummeling Hoyler Gracie is taking at the hands of Kazushi Sakuraba. Now that shot of Hoyler's was a lot faster at the beginning of the fight, and I think those kicks to the legs definitely have had a negative effect on the speed of which he moves for the takedown. Sakuraba is a wrestler who learns submissions, then he learns strikes, making him one of the most complete mixed martial art fighters that we've ever seen.
And you can say that again, complete, because he uses things that nobody uses. And they all work. Have you ever read in a book, an instructional book, jump up and land on your opponent? Or double chop him to the side of his body or his eardrums and then in the middle. I mean, these are things. What is he doing? And it all works.
Okay. Oh,
now he's going to be angry.
Well, yeah,
we're going to make him angry. He's hitting real hard back then after a thing like this.
Yeah, because that's true, boss. Sakuraba, even though on the outside he never shows emotion, his eyes usually do. His eyes are a dead giveaway because he'll get real determined.
Oh.
Another high kick. This fight has no judges. It must end with a knockout or a submission. There are no judges in this fight. Oh, beautiful, beautiful right spinning back kick. Hoyler has just got to be thinking, what's next? He has no idea what to do with Kazushi Sakuraba at this moment.
Oh, his timing, man. Wow.
Sakuraba has got Hoyler so figured out. Oh, beautiful. And it was from the front leg, boss.
Oh.
And that's not the power leg. And he knocked him down.
He throws it in such a way there is power. He's very, very relaxed. He's phenomenal. And I've never said that before about anybody else. He's unreal. Look how relaxed, but my God.
Well, the referee said to Hoyler Gracie, fight, but I'm sure Hoyler's thinking, you get in here and fight this guy.
Yeah. Or can you help me?
Well, you know, the interesting thing is that this fight, they wanted to take this fight, but in order to take this fight, they said, okay, no judges. But at this rate, if this fight goes the distance and they say it's a draw, everybody's going to know Sakuraba won the fight.
Oh, yeah. It's only later for the history books. And the status, you know, there's no loss. Oh, my God.
Some people don't like judges, but in order to make this into a mainstream sport, we have to have judges because not all fights end before the distance in a knockout or a submission.
Of course we do, and we need all the same set of rules for every fight. Not somebody coming in and suddenly says, oh, but this cannot happen, this cannot happen. Everybody the same. We're all the same. Equal.
There's the back kick again. I'm sure mixed martial artists around the world are watching this fight and thinking, what would I do if I faced Kazushi Sakuraba? Sakuraba, by choice, going down to the ground and engaging Royler Gracie, letting him pull the butterfly guard, but then standing back up, but deciding to go down, throwing the body punch. Do you think that Sakuraba is going to engage him in a grappling match?
You never know. Maybe just to surprise him and just to play with her mind.
Because he's done everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, Royler landed a chopping little right hand.
Yeah, he's probably going to try.
He's going to drag him. He's going to drag him around the ring.
He is so funny. Oh!
This is almost becoming comical. Sakuraba punching at the legs now.
How many minutes they said? 10?
I'm not sure.
15, I think.
Come on.
Okay, do it.
Okay, now, while they're saying, yeah, just give me the arm. Throw the arm straight out. Let me put my legs
Finish me.
Yeah, let me throw my legs around your neck.
Yeah.
I think the object is to make the fighter fight your fight rather than ask him to fight your fight.
Of course. He doesn't need to because he's winning like this.
And this is nothing against Royler.
This
is nothing against Royler Gracie because I think Royler Gracie is exhibiting a huge amount of courage in this fight. Oh no! This is not good for Royler because this is one of Sakuraba's signature moves in the gym. We haven't seen him use it in a fight yet, but this is one of his signature moves that they work quite a bit on at Takada Dojo.
Oh, he's got it.
He's twisting that arm. He's got the Kimura. He's really jacking that arm around. We're getting near the end of the round here. Royler is in deep trouble.
If I was Sakuraba, oh no, he cannot. His left leg is caught, eh?
He's really turning that arm hard.
Oh my God.
I don't know that Sakuraba wants to break the arm.
He wants to put his right knee on his head. That's what he should do now.
Oh, look at Winston Payne there. Oh, look at the pain in Royler's face. Royler is feeling that move, but he seems to be relaxing and dealing with it.
Yeah, he's blocking it now with Sakuraba's leg. Oh my God.
Royler is on the verge of being submitted here by Kazushi Sakuraba.
Oh, Sakuraba should step over with his right leg right now. He should step over his head. So he can come up. Then it's going to be over. Because now he's pushing the leg against his own leg. You see, he cannot go any further.
Right. Okay, the referee has moved in. The referee is waiting the fight off. The referee has stopped the fight.
Wow, yeah, in Royler's defense, I don't know.
Well, Royler's looking, wait a minute. The referee has stopped the fight. Oh, I think we're going to have a controversy here. Mr. Isha from K1 looking on. Kazushi Sakuraba has been awarded the victory by referee stoppage. Hoyler lost the fight for sure and got stopped, and he's saying, I didn't tap. But nonetheless, Kazushi Sakuraba gets the victory. Rickson is protesting. There seems to be a controversy. Now Rickson needs to fight Sakuraba. So we've seen it all tonight in the Pride Fighting Championships number 8. We saw Hoyler Gracie lose to Kazushi Sakuraba in the main event. So on behalf of myself, I am Stephen Quadros, the fight professor, and my partner, Boss Rutan.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
And we'll see you all next time at the Pride Fighting Championships. Domo arigato.
Gozaimasu.
Sayonara.
Sayonara, baby.
Us, baby.
Us.
Baby.